Right, welcome to Lincoln Castle. Jess Glynne, no, the Mercians, that's what that matters. So, I'm Ben, obviously, you know that. I am, on the outside to new people, very shy person, but once you get to know me, very, very loud, excited. Takes me a while to get used to things. I'm 24, I drum for the band. Obviously, people that know that. If they don't, that's me. Before this, I worked professionally as a drummer for like 6 years in London, and then didn't really find satisfaction in that. It wasn't really what I enjoyed doing. And then luckily I've known Harry all my life, so he just sort of mentioned that there was a vacancy going, auditions. I went down for it, practiced hard, got a phone call about a week later saying I'd got it, and I haven't looked back since, and here we are. So in my old job I had a house, I'd just been promoted, I was in a long-term relationship, and it's like I sort of put it all on the line to chase my dream a little bit. No longer have that house, no longer have that promotion, no longer in that relationship. Don't get me wrong, I'm better off now, I'm so happy right now, but at the time it seemed like I was sacrificing my entire life just for a gamble of going around with some lads to play in a band for a bit. But as you can see, it sort of works a bit, hasn't it? So I've not looked back. It's been the quickest year of my life. It's been the best year of my life. Before I joined the band, I think what I'd say is I got a bit comfortable with my life, so I didn't really have any drive to do anything. I got very comfortable with what I was. Lack of confidence sort of got the better of me because of other circumstances, which I won't go into because I don't really want to. That's all fine now. Like, I'm sorted. It used to get me a bit when I was in the band. Like, I'd be on a gig and I'd just randomly break down on the kit. But the boys are best mates. I love them to bits. The entire team's wicked. Like, they get me through that. But that started going away. Now I'm sort of in a happy place, doing what I love. Life's got so much better recently, and it's like. And then it started, and then the van got stolen, and it's like I'd been in the band 2 weeks, or touring with the band for 2 weeks, and it got nicked, and I'd lost nearly 10 grand worth of personal drum kit. So I woke up, I think it was quite early, it was about 6 o'clock in the morning. Me and Harry had stayed in the night before playing our racing game on his Xbox, and the boys had gone to the pub, and we'd moved the van around the corner into a car park. And me and Harry went to bed, the boys came in, got up the next day, all got ready. We were really excited because we sort of knew the broadcast for the school tour and how, obviously, we knew it was going to sort of go well. We had a vibe with it. So we were excited to go. Went into the car park, and me and Harry didn't know who'd put the van there in the first place, because obviously me and Harry were inside. So we sort of said to look to Pickers and like, where is the van? And then Pickers sort of jokingly said, no, like, stop messing around, who's taking it? And then Matt was like, I've not moved it. And then it just sort of like, took a couple of minutes to realise that none of us were joking, and we just went, oh my god. And it just silence, like it was the longest silence. It was probably about 20 seconds, but it was the longest silence, and all I remember is Joe launching his water bottle. I've never seen a water bottle fling so much. And then my heart sank, and I was like, I didn't know what to say, I didn't know what to do. I just fell to the floor and cried my eyes out. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, I was speechless. And then went back inside, sort of had a cuddle about it, had an hour to sort of recover a bit, but I trust the process to see where it's going, so I stuck to it. I sacrificed as much. I wasn't going to go through that sacrifice and not give it a go still. There was never any I wasn't sceptical of the lads in any way, shape or form. Like, I didn't think it was a stitch up or anything. Like, people sort of messaging me from the outside saying, like, you sure it's not anything like this? It's like, I know them. Like, even though I've only known them like a month, there's no way. Like, I just trusted them. I know that they were pure boys, so I was just like, nah. But 2 weeks into joining it, it was like, I've just sacrificed my job, a promotion, a house, everything like that, and it's like, and now I've got nothing to show for it. So it's a bit like, I rang my mum. I was more scared, I think, more upset at the fact that, because I was my dad's kit, or my dad's best kit that he'd had for years. So the sentimental value of it was worth more than the actual like monetary value of it. So it's like I played my first gig at like 10 on those drums on like big stages, and it's just like all that's gone. Like some guys who have no idea what it's worth, no idea what it is, probably just got it and flogged it off for nothing. And I think that's what got me more, because it's like my dad has spent his lifetime building all that up. That's sort of what hit me the most. Thankfully mum and dad were both like, I can't even describe that. I've got the best parents in the world, and they're so loving and supporting. And I literally ran my mum crying, saying, I can't tell my dad, I don't know what I'm doing. He's given me all this kit, trusting me with it, and now it's all flogged off and gone. And he rang me within 2 minutes and said, don't worry about it, we'll sort it out. And I think I just broke down in tears to him again. It was an emotionally draining week for all of us, but I think because I was worried that I'd been in there for 2 weeks properly and his stuff had gone, I was just like, I didn't want him to think bad of the boys, I didn't want him to think bad of Pickers, of anything like that. I basically just didn't want me to feel like I'd let him down and lost all of his stuff for nothing, basically. So, but they didn't react like that. They reacted really, really well, and I'm so grateful for them both. And then from then, it's just gone up and up. Like, we've sold out 2 headline tours. Which blows my mind still to this day. And then it's like, when we got the phone call for something like this, Jess Glynne is massive. What I remember saying is Pick, as our manager, just telling me in the kitchen, I thought something had gone missing or something had gone wrong, and then started crying, and I looked at it and saw that it was 6 dates with Jess Glynne, and I was like, oh my God, we both lay on the floor crying. And I think it's just sort of, I don't know, it's made me so happy. It's like, all this sacrifice, it's like, right, this is the sort of start of our life changing, I think, for the better forever. So it's just kind of like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Even playing the gig last night and doing this one, and I'm here, it's like, it still doesn't feel real, but it feels right, if that makes sense. So we've been a musical family forever. My mum, bless her, I don't know if you ever get a chance to speak to her, I don't know if she'll ever say anything about it, but she used to be really, really musical, and she got really bad confidence issues from it and didn't like going on stage. And she's always sort of said to me, don't ever let that get the best of you, because she knows that I struggle with my confidence sometimes. And she went, it's the worst decision, like the biggest regret of her life was letting that sort of take over. So we've always been musical, and we've always been pushed to do music. My dad's been a professional musician for years. My sister sang, played the guitar. My brother's a wicked guitar player, bass player. And we always, when we're home, we're always writing songs or doing something like that. And like, I've always sort of said, I won't be in this position without him. So it's like, I always want to make sure if I'm successful in it, I want to try and make them successful in it or be a part of it. So I've actually got my dad in the band working for me as a full-time drum tech, which is kind of crazy to think that now he's setting my drums instead of me setting his drums for once. And my mum is just, my mum does anything she can. She's such a selfless person. Like, she helps with merch, she helps organise things, she looks after the boys. She's adopted Owen for a year whilst we're doing that on the school tour. She's just wicked, man. I love them both to bits, and I won't be here without them. It means everything. It's like, my dad's, I won't lie, me and my dad had an argument after a festival in Sheffield in March this year, 2024, and I know that from the bottom of his heart it's only because he wants me to do better, and it's like I'm living out his dream because he never got to do it, and I completely get that. But both had a few drinks, and it just sort of turned into a bit of a heated thing where I'd shown him a video, and instead of saying like, all I want to hear is like, I don't mind criticism, but I'd like to hear, oh well done, that was wicked, and then hear the criticism. But he's old school sometimes, he just goes straight in with the criticism, and I think it just tipped me over the edge a bit. And we had a little heated debate, and he'd probably talk about it if you catch him at some point as well. He came straight upstairs, we both cried to each other, and it's just, and it's like, I know that I'm living out his dream, and I know that he said to me he's dead proud of me, and he just wants everything that he never had, and that's why I'm like, if this works for me, then I want it to work for everybody. And it's like, when I see the faces either in the crowd or backstage, like they'll be there tonight, and like, even just being a drum tech, I know he loves it. I don't know, I feel proud, and I can't not smile. I love it, and I love the fact that it's like, it's not a chore. Don't feel like they're interfering in any way. Everyone loves them to bits. It's like when they come on tour, they know the barriers and the limits, and it's like, it's not as if they're Ben's mum and dad to the boys. It's Simon and Joe, part of the team. Everyone likes having them here, I feel like, and it's just mint. I love having them here. She's got a bad back, so don't laugh at her. Don't laugh at her. I love you. Go buy the merch. She's always got every single piece of merch. Come on, you're in.
Am I in?
Yeah.
I am just the proudest mum in the world, and to see him living out his dream is just absolutely amazing, and I'll support him 100%, because you'll make me cry.
The Mercians has made me a better person. It's just wicked. The band's wicked, and it's my life, and I want it to always be my life. And I think it will always be my life. What isn't next for the Mercians? We're taking over the world, baby. This is the start. We'll build it up. We'll be selling out these shows. You'll all be there, and then it'll be arenas, and then we're gonna be famous. We're gonna be famous. Leicester O2 is just the start for the Mercians. I mean, I'm excited to start off with. I don't think there's any way we don't sell 1,600 tickets, because the fans are unbelievable. Even though these shows are wicked, and you're playing to thousands of people, it doesn't quite beat nearly 2,000 people singing. Everyone likes singing your songs back. So that's going to be a sort of, it's what the last 12 months have been building up to. And I think the boys are excited, I'm excited, but I don't think we realise how emotional that night's going to be. Because I think we'll come off stage and we'll sort of realise, yeah, we've done it. Especially now we're sort of getting on these sort of bills. It's definitely there. There's definitely no going back. We've sort of got over the top of the hill now, I think. But like I say, we're not going to stop pushing. And I think before we know it, it'll be Leicester Stadium, Old Trafford, Wembley. It will happen. It's got to happen. You have to believe. You have to believe in it. It's so hard for it to come true. We work hard. You have to believe hard, and that's what we do. Never stop doing that. So down that end is the entrance, the bar, all the food stuff, sound tent, and obviously that's the stage. It's pretty big, isn't it? Pretty massive. 9,000 people in here. It's pretty wild. And if it's a bit hot, which is not, because it keeps raining, it sucks. Get an ice cream. If you were here, you might have been over there for some merch. That's where our merch is going to be. As you can see, they're taking my drums out of it. You know how wicked it is having a crew to do it for you. It's unbelievable. I used to set it up myself, and now I do nothing, mate. It's wicked. Come on in. Any of you avid Boom Beach players? Me and the old man.
We've got.
They're on it. I've just smashed Mean Machine, mate. Have that. You want to spectate him failing.
We've got a Boom Beach team called the Dog's Bum.
Yeah. We can't say what the abbreviation is because it's too colourful for camera. However, very cool. Right, I've got very important to another interview. Sorry. That's a wrap, baby. That's a wrap.
Oh, have fun. Big fella.